It's the strangest thing. I don't know why it seems like it's so dark in here. I don't know why. Um, but we're just going to proceed. It doesn't matter because it's not so much as what you can see, it's what you can hear. Okay? Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall, and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message that I hope that gives you something like a warning. Okay, I guess this really shouldn't even be a warning because there's really shouldn't be any warnings in this day and time where we're at right now, no longer. Being so, everybody is right where they are ordained and predestined to be this day. Uh, September the 8th, 2020, 2023. You are right where you need to be. Right this second, this minute, this hour, this day, this week, this month, and this year. You are right where you need to be. And just because you're there don't mean you're in the righteous will of the Father. You're in the permissive will that has been detached to you as an individual, whether you're born of the flesh or whether you're born of the spirit. Know this, assure, know this, that you right where Yah had molded, orchestrated, ordained, predestined you to be. Because he's the potter of the clay. He's the potter of the clay. His hands form you. You are the clay. He formed you. Before he formed you, he knew you. You see? He predestined you. He ordained you before the foundation of the world, before you was in your mother's womb. This should lead people to understand this. You ain't got no part in this but stupidity. Because you think you rule this. You don't rule nothing. I think the only thing people really is really detached to controlling and ruling is when they have to have a bowel movement. You get your butt in there and do it. You see, that's it. Outside of that, it's just showing you you don't rule nothing but your craft. That's about all you rule is your craft. And I don't think nobody wants to rule that but you. You see? So this message is one like no other because I want to get into a stage where I thought I was speaking on what I was studying about. And again, the Father took me in a different area, but where He took me, I never paid any attention to this in which He revealed to me. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. You know what's really good is when the Most High can take you a place in understanding, in knowledge, in wisdom, and in understanding where you know that you understood this, but you didn't understand that. You got it here, but you don't have it there. That is such a blessing because you know what that says? He still see fit that you worthy to be taught by his spirit. That's beautiful. Where people are at, say for instance in the church today, and in these groups and in these camps and in these academies and in these homes, everybody is teaching people at a level of their understanding, their wisdom, and their knowledge, which is okay. It's just, let me show you how okay it is. When he parked us into Genesis chapter 3 and 15, and he tells Satan, now you know this now. I'm gonna put intimacy between you and her. So that's why it's okay for you to teach your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, your feelings, your emotions, because those are detached to your worldly teaching, your fleshly teaching, feelings and emotions, mood swings, self-centered, pride, all that is detached to your wisdom, to your knowledge. But when you park over here, the only thing is detached to wisdom is knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge is understanding. And that is the Ruach HaKodesh. See, people, even to today, it doesn't matter how much you teach, how much you preach, how much good food you give them in spirit and truth. You know what? It's still like my father says. If I don't, or if I have not given, if I have not given, Deborah, it unto them before the foundation of the world, they down here faking it until they think they're going to make it. And it is so true because everything is split in twos. Let's say that again. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is detached to your emotions, your feelings, your personal opinion, your mood swings, your self-centered, your pride, your boasting. All that is detached to that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding. But when you look on the side of spirit, only thing you gonna see detached to that one and ruling over it, you're gonna see wisdom, you're gonna see knowledge. Bam, there go understanding, and it's gonna be of Yah. So you got to see the two. Going back to Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. He told Satan, shoot, I'm gonna put a division right there to make sure mine knows this and yours knows this. Mine have a power over you, yours have a power over nothing. He already put everything there. When did he do that? He didn't do it when Satan tempt nobody. See, y'all mindset is messed up from the floor. But I know why. Because if the Ruach have not taught you in the wilderness that this thing didn't start on earth, baby, with Adam and Eve. This thing started in the heaven. How you like them now? See, you can't go to the heavens trying to move this out the way and turn this and this way and turn it upside down or turn it the way you feel it, the way you want to know it, the way you want to understand it. It only go one way, and that's spirit and truth. You can't take what he had already orchestrated from heaven. Matter of fact, you can't even look at it. What did he tell Yeshua? Yeshua will tell you quick. Yeshua will tell you quick. That is for my Father. It is not for me to know, but only my Father. He, throughout his walk, continue to let us know he is limited to knowing all the T's that's crossed and all the dots that's dotted in the heaven. Y'all still don't get it because y'all think flesh can master heaven. No, you can't, baby. You can't. That's why I'm a prophetess in the wilderness still learning. Praise the mighty Yah. See, when you can still learn while you on in the world, that's deep, y'all. I know y'all don't get it. I know y'all might not understand it, but when you can learn in the world, but not of the world because you're led by the Ruach, that's deep. That's letting me know no matter what side you look on, I'm there. You know, and in me, I know if I look up, if I look down, if I look to the left, if I look to the right, wait a minute, if I look in the back, if I look front, I know he there. He has orchestrated me a lane to run in. And not a flesh on this earth has the power, even out of their mouth, to move that lane Yah has created for me to run in. Praise the mighty Yah. So today I was in this study, and I got in this study. I started to go into a study regarding rapture, and I might sum this up in that, but I end up getting in a study with Job because I was with someone earlier today and we got on this topic about Job and the Father was revealing things to me. And I said, Father, I'm going to go on live on that one, Father. I'm going to have to go on live on that one. So when I got here, I said, you know what? I'm not going to talk about rapture. I'm going to talk about what you gave me when I was on my way. I want to talk about that. So, well, you know what I did? I went into my study. And then when I went into the study, he revealed something else to me. I said, I like this. I love the way the Most High Yah rumbles, y'all. And you know why I feel he rumbles with me like that? Because I believe any and everything he said to my spirit. I believe it. I believe it. I ain't got time to go here and check with this pastor or this bishop or this evangelist and this prophet, this prophetess, or this Maureen or this apostle or priest. No, Sister Deborah ain't got that time. Why? Because the time I'm on is the Ruach HaKodesh. That's about it. I'm not on the flesh time, which 99.9 is stuck on. And that's why they can't find time to hear the voice of the Most High Yah. They can't find time to sit your tail down, shut your ugly mouth, and hear what God said, the Most High Yah. They don't have time. Why? Because they wants to know it all quick and at a flash, and they don't understand. He got to take you a place. He got to take you a place that he created to minister to your spirit. And once he have created that place, that's where you go. Shut your mouth and you listen. Through the spirit, do you hear him teach you the things in which he feels fit for you to know. Even things he feels that you can teach somebody else or you can show somebody else through the message in which he teaches you. But he got to take you somewhere to do that. Because he got to get you away from your world. He got to get this mindset away from your pastor. Oh, my pastor ain't never lied. Oh, my pastor, he's a good man. I got so sick of hearing that to the Father, don't even let me even think it no more. Because he taught me enough to know that your pastor ain't crap. Ain't been and ain't gonna be. It's a flesh thing, y'all. Everybody want a relationship with somebody so they can look up to. I'm going to tell you, Israel and the tribe of Judah, since the beginning of time, that's called an idol god. They always wanted a relationship with an idol God. So they don't care in this day. They still like yesterday. They want that idol God. No, they don't want the God that you don't have to see but yet believe. They don't want the God that you don't have to see him and hear him while he's hooping and howling and talking and lying and all this other stuff. You just hear him because he gives you the spirit to have a spiritual ear to hear him. See, they don't know nothing about that. And it's okay. We're in the midnight hour or running up on the last minutes on this hour. It ain't about what you can grip today. It's what you forsaken yesterday that got you right today, still lost without a cause. And people don't have no problem being lost. They said, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But guess what? Let me tell you something, baby. As this prophet is in the wilderness, there's not going to be a bridge for you to cross. How you like him now? You ain't going to have no bridge. There's not going to be a bridge. I can just imagine. That's all I can do. What the opposite side will suffer if you're not in the kingdom of heaven for eternal. Where would you be? And why wouldn't it be the opposite of those that who are in the kingdom? It would have to be the opposite, you guys. It would have to be the opposite. And as today, I'm gonna give you a little bit of something else. I was talking to this young man. He wasn't a young man; he's an older man. And we was talking, and I was telling him about. No, he told me something about the rich man. How he didn't want to give up his riches. I said, it wasn't that he let me tell y'all something about this rich man. He heard Yeshua speak, and he thought that, oh wow, all those. In a sense, commandments, those things you quote, I have kept since my youth. Guess what, y'all? He was right. He kept everything Yeshua was saying since his youth. Now, this youth, meaning since he was a child. Now, watch this here, y'all. If you miss what I'm about to say, you're missing great power. Now, just listen to this here. So this guy was telling me about how the rich man couldn't give up his riches. And I went to talking to him in the spirit, and I learned while I was talking to him in the spirit. As he said that, I began to talk and learn while I'm speaking in the spirit to this man. Let me tell you what he said, what I told him. I say, see, the rich man He was sitting listening, and he heard him quote the commandments. And he said, well, okay, that sounds good. I've been following that all since my youth, meaning I've been following that up just about all my life. But what the man didn't understand is you was following it through the flesh, because that was the spirit right there that told you to give your wealth and follow me. This man said he kept the commandments since his youth. What was it that kept him from obeying the spirit? Because he never followed the spirit. He followed the commandments the best of his ability in his flesh. See? And what Yeshua did, Yeshua put on him who he was. That was flesh, born of the flesh. Praise the mighty God. That cut that right in half. That cut that thing as sharp, went straight through. Because if he's saying that I kept those commandments since my youth, he's saying, oh, well, I'm good. I kept those since my youth. Okay? Since he was young. He said, okay, tell you what. How about this? How about this? Give up all you have and give to the poor. Brother man saying, no. So the man never kept anything righteous. He just kept the idea in his flesh. Because if he was anything in righteous, guess what? It would have been easy for him to just give it up. Now, you all might not understand that, because you got to be able to understand Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. Yeshua already knew that he was born of the flesh, because he couldn't give up flesh, which was what? His money. So right then, when he said, I kept those commandments since my youth, okay, let me see if you can keep this spiritual law here. Give up your wealth and follow me. Yeshua knew he wasn't going to do that, because he only kept that which was in the flesh. He couldn't hang with the spirit. Oh, praise the mighty God. So he went away what? Heartbroken. But only where? In the spirit. Because if he went away heartbroken, he would have turned around and said, I'll give it up. You see? But he didn't want to do that. I love the way Yeshua did that, because I was explaining to the guy that what he was saying, he kept those commandments since his youth. A lot of you all don't understand. The kingdom of heaven is not going to open up 2 gold doors for you because you kept some commandments. Because he knows, Deborah, I am the commandment. But did I keep you? He ain't going to open that door for the rich man and say, come on in. You kept the commandments. Why? Because the commandments is the Most High Yah. You see? And he knew already that this man is of the flesh. That's why he couldn't give up the wealth of his flesh, because he couldn't step in the realm of his spirit, because he was born of the flesh. So he went away sorry to fulfill his flesh, like today. It's beautiful. See, and when he gave me that, I was saying, oh man, you mean that guy, he was sitting here proud because he was so happy he kept the commandments. Right then, I said, Father, if that's not what we in today, 100 times, 1 trillion times, this is going to cut many people off as easy as it has cut that rich man. And look, watch this here. He was rich. He could have said, well, okay, can I keep some? If I give it all, can I keep my house? If I give it all, can I keep this? Greed. See, that's how people are. Oh, I ain't giving nothing. Just like what's those the husband and wife came and sold what they had and come giving Peter and them or whatever. Y'all made them let them fall dead. Why? Because they were already dead. They was walking dead anyway. What do you mean, Deborah? They was born to die. You see, in the lake of fire. See, a lot of people look at death down here. The Father taught me something that was very powerful, y'all. Death is not on the earth, baby. This is what's going on down in heaven. When I sat there and I heard that the earth and the sea took off and flee from the face of Yah, I said, where they going? Hey, wait a minute, Father, Yah. Why is the sea and what's the sea and the earth? Why are they fleeing? Yah said to me, they better. I don't play. They know what time it is. Just because earth don't know, Deborah. Everything I created bowed down to me, fears me, except for the flesh of a people that I chose to be on their side, and they never chose me. I came unto my own, and my own never, ever, ever received me. But I got something for them. See, they don't think they're going to have to cross that bridge. No, you ain't going to have to cross the bridge because he ain't going to have no bridge there for you. How you like that? But I tell you what. It takes not today. Oh, yeah, it's going to take today because of what he's doing in Revelation. He finna start. Now, I ain't no fin to a lot of things people hooping and hollering right now in these perilous times. Oh, they doing this, they doing it, they doing it, they doing it, they doing it, they doing it. And y'all said, who they think they dealing with? You think they can do that without me? They forsaken Revelation 100, haven't they? I said, yes, Father, they have. If they forsaken you since the beginning all the way to Revelation, you should know, Father, by now. They ain't thinking about no revelation. They ain't afraid of all these things that you got on the earth already. You let man do all this. You save the evil, wicked and evil for a time as this that has never been, and they walking around like they ain't got a fear in their heart nor in their mind of what you doing. He said, that's okay, Deborah. I said, okay, I like this here. You know, because I got a will. I said, I know you do. And that's what I'm afraid of. You know, you don't play with him. He's not like your pastor or your those that teaches you. No, he don't play like that. So with this rich man, you would have never thought that he was born of the flesh. You see, you wouldn't have never thought he was the seed of Satan. Why? You wouldn't have never thought he was born to walk in darkness until light sprung up. Say what now? You say you what? Oh, you mean to tell me you keep the commandments? I tell you what. Come on here. Tell you what. Let me give you a little light. How about this? Sell everything you got and follow me. Come on, follow me. Heart turned, had sorrow, and walked away because he never was for y'all. And that's how people are today. They'll follow you from head to toe. And they'll do everything, and they just don't know. What Sister Deborah about to show you right now, all that means nothing to you, the Most High Yah. You think Yeshua and his disciples them was going and said, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, well, let's make another deal. Let's try. No, he wasn't mine no way. I just tried him. I tried him by the Spirit, and he had no spirit to hold on to me all the way. He turned away from me to keep his worldly ways and the way he was created to come here to be rich. He wasn't saying, can I give you a little here? Can I do? No, he wasn't trying to reason. I ain't giving nothing away. All this belongs to me. And that's how a lot of Gentiles and heathen, they feel their wealth that they got belong to them. They'll never be able to look. They would never be able to look at it and say, well, but this person had to suffer for me to even have this. My people took this from people all over the world. It wasn't just, see, we think it's just United States. No, we think it's just in the United States. United States then took on all four corners. Why do you think Revelation ain't riding up on them in verse 18, chapter 18? They getting rolled up on in verse 18 in Revelation. See? All right, you want to be the merchant, you want to be the rich. I tell you what, I'm going to pull up on your bad, Ted. Woo! And he already doing it. But I like how the end that he coming from. He coming from an end in which many, I go 99 point trillion would never know. And I like how he rumbles that. Because when he was telling me last year about the horses, and I was telling y'all about the horse and this horse doing, wait a minute, this is y'all doing. Nobody didn't hear that. They didn't get it. They still don't get it today. But what he said, you got to keep in mind, Deborah, the broad gate. That's those who are born for the serpent seed. That is those who are born of the flesh. See, but those that are born of the spirit, they know what's going on. You see? So when he tried that rich man, he already knew the rich man wasn't born of the spirit. He knew he was just lying. He knew he ain't even kept it during his youth. He knew it, because if he kept him, then it's something that's in him that's going to say, I shall follow you. Well, why? This is what me and the man was talking about. I said, because when he saw them, they was fishing. He said, come, drop your net, follow me. What did they do? Swoop the coop. They went and follow the Father. I'm not the Father, Yeshua. Why? Because they was born of the Spirit. Praise the mighty Yah. When he passed by the 12 disciples, even the betrayer, they swooped the coop where they were and followed him. It wasn't no but, if, why, how, wait, let me do this. Wait, me. One said something. He said, let the dead bury the dead. Praise the mighty Yah. Meaning those that's in the dark, let them be those that's in the dark, bury him. Come on here. Follow me. See, that's what I'm saying to you all. And that's how it is. Even in this day and time, a lot of people think that it's about following those that they desire to follow, or I want to follow. I'm sure the rich man would have wanted to follow Yeshua, but guess what? Yeshua put one axe on him, and that was, give it to the poor. Come on, follow me. He already knew the man was lying. He knew the man wasn't the seed of the spirit. That's why he put him on him. He hit him with a hammer. What was the hammer? His wealth. That man said, I don't care what you saying and who you are. I'm out. So long, he took off. And that's the facts of today. No matter how dark it is on this earth, how wicked and evil the world is conducting themselves. And we got on that topic about lawlessness. I had to break that down to him. I said, you don't understand what lawlessness is. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all messed up totally from the floor up, because the mindset is stuck on stupid. Everybody thinking everything is about somebody this and somebody this, somebody this. No. Lawlessness is actually he that is of the serpent seed, he that is born of the flesh, he that walks in darkness. And guess what? You too. Let me tell you what lawlessness is. Lawlessness is not this one and not this one. This one and not this one. This one and not this one. You know how Solomon said it rains on the just as well as the unjust? What he said, the sun shine on the righteous and the unrighteous. Let me tell you something. When he told me 6 months ago, it's probably a little over 6 months. When he told me that morning and woke me up in the early morning hour and told me it's now a lawlessness. I said, lawlessness? Lawlessness. That's where we at. Lawlessness. Next thing down, he had me down like a baby. But when I got my butt up that morning, the first thing I thought about, lawlessness. I'm going to have to tackle that word. And when I went into that word and realized what it was, I said, Father, so wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all. You said your judgment is here already, though. Isn't your judgment? He said, yeah, my judgment is on the earth. Go back to Revelation. See how many times I'm judging the earth. He said, but it's lawlessness now, Deborah. I said, but Father, that means that it's no right. He said, that's what I said. Lawlessness. Because they don't want to accept it and won't get it. That's why they falling up under it. Even those who are saying Ahaya. Even those who are saying Yahuwah. Even those who are saying Yah. They falling under lawlessness. Because lawlessness is not coming to get the Gentiles and the heathens. No, baby. It's coming to get the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. It's resting on all. You see why you need spirit and truth? You see why you need the light? But a lot of people walk around here, we don't need all that. We ain't about all that. We don't have to do all that. All we need to do is call on his name and know his name. You don't know his name because his name is spirit and truth. You want to really know his name? Try spirit and truth. That'll shut down any name anybody on this earth want to call him. Because until you know who spirit and truth is, you still lost without a cause. He don't have to be the name out of the flesh of a man. How about that? How about that? Why can't he be the name in the spirit? How is he going to come in you and abide in you, teach you, reveal things to you, teach you all things and comfort you and show you things to come and prophesize to you and teach you how to prophesy? Why would he say he's going to be all that and never tell you if you know his name? See, they want to treat him like he's some man. They want to teach you him like unto a man. He's not that, child. When he choose you, you don't choose him. See how all that ugly mouth? You got to say his name. You got to wear your hair this way. You got to do the, wait a minute, hold up. If that's the case, wait a minute, Father, y'all. I got an issue, Father, y'all. I got a problem. I'm raising my hand. I got a problem. But Father, y'all, I got an issue. You taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. That's what you taught me. And in during that time, you had your books open and you had your book, the Lamb Book of Life, and the books with an S that leads to the lake of hell. I'm like, wait a minute, they down on the earth talking a lot of trash, Father, y'all. And I'm waking up every day and every evening trying to figure out how is these great lies holding up. That's why he teaches me every day something new throughout the day, 2 or 3 times. Why? Because I'm walking on the earth that's full and loaded with sin, lawlessness, his judgment and fire has hit the earth. And I'm walking down here in it. So he comes and he teaches me. While we sit here telling people his name, you all can be knuckleheads if you want to and keep hammering your head into the mouth of these people. The truth be told, greater is he that's in me than the words that I can say is his name. Why would he come and abide in me, live in me, teach me, show me things to come, pour out all these gifts in me before the foundation of the world, before I called his name out? Why would he deal with me since I was 4? I wasn't calling him no Ahia. I wasn't calling him no Yeshua. I wasn't calling his name. Why was he calling mine? Why were you bothering me, Father, y'all? What was the purpose and the reason? Because we're trying to mock him and make him be what we say he is. He's way above all that. That's why I can't stand at the level of under the feet of nobody. Because he's greater. If he say greater is he that's in me, why do I have to bow down and submit to somebody that's not in him? You talk like a fool. I'm going to go and submit myself to the flesh, and the spirit of Yah lives in me. No. That is not the will of Yah. That even what people don't even understand. When that marriage is equally yoked, what do equally yoked mean? It means 2 ways. Equally yoked in the darkness or equally yoked in the spirit. When that is both of you in the spirit equally yoked, guess what? No matter what goes on, y'all gonna come into one unity. He ain't gonna even ask you to submit to him. Why? Because guess what? He's gonna be so busy trying to love on y'all and what y'all has for him to do. He ain't got time for you to be all submitted to him. He'll tell you, baby, I love you, but I want to hear what the Father want to say to me. He'll be so caught up in y'all, he wouldn't be talking about, oh, I want many wives and I want this. Why? Because he'll be dedicated to who? The Father. So why y'all gonna give you something and then have you to submit to it? Then how are you gonna be submitting to his will? How are you gonna answer the calling and the purpose on your life? If y'all said I poured out gifts, how are you gonna respond to those gifts if you so submitted under somebody in the flesh to in the spirit? You're not submitted to y'all. Y'all say I don't bring marriage like that together, Deborah. Y'all don't know how many people I've set free in these wicked marriages. When they realize that anybody y'all gonna put together, guess what? They're gonna be united in the spirit. To y'all, that's equally yoked. Adam and Eve was unequally yoked. With each, they was equally yoked, but in the darkness. I forgot to say that. They equally yoked, but they were equally yoked in the darkness. That's why they didn't have no problem doing what they did. They didn't have no problem. But those that are equally yoked in the spirit, oh, baby, he said, let no man put you under. Only one can put you under is I. I am the one that can break this here yoke that speaks of two people in the light. I come to bring the division, but there won't be no division. Why? Because they both in the light. What do that mean? Not only can they see, they got light. Not only can they hear, they got the Holy Spirit ear to hear. You see? So that's what you call family, y'all. That's what you call family in y'all. You get it? These churches back in the old days, they didn't have those. Women, the church full of women trying to get some. I'm going to go and shoot this all the way in your feet. Let me tell you something. The reason why you saw a lot of women in the church, because the men was at their other woman's house, dropping babies all over the place, drinking, committing adultery, and doing all kind of things. That's why the church was loaded with women. Why? Trying to get in a place to try to get some spiritual peace of mind. Were they going to find it there? No. Because you was with somebody unequally yoked. And you was yoked with somebody of the darkness. So it's like almost you made your own bed. But what comes to set you free? The Most High God. Get out of that mess and wait. Tarry for me. Wait on me. If you trust me enough, I'll bring you that light. And both of you all can walk together in the oneness of me. In the oneness of me. Why do you think Adam said? He shouldn't have said that, but that shows you how dumb he was. I don't think he said, I think the Roman Catholic put that there. Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Come on now, talk to me. That's flesh. He that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. That's telling you right there. Before Satan had tempted him already, he was already in the flesh. See, y'all didn't get it, did you? Y'all did not get it. And then it sit and tell you that they were one in the ideal, him leaving his parent, her leaving hers. They didn't have no parents, but he showed you the oneness, walked it in oneness, straight to, left the tree of knowledge and the other trees and went straight to the tree in which they were born from. Praise the mighty God. Together. You see that? You see that? Oh, they ain't gonna teach y'all that. Because y'all ears is glued to those who are born of the flesh. You can't hear those that are born of the spirit. And even if you hear them, you'll run all in the woods somewhere. Because you're looking for those that are born of the flesh. Those that teach you in darkness. Those that have no light to reveal to you. You see? That's why he said, bone of my bones. Now watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Adam said, bones of my bones with an S. Flesh of my flesh. Hold up, Father, y'all. Hold up. Let's back that thing up and let's back that thing down. Wait a minute, Adam. Hold up. When he gave you her, your mouth should have been shut up and just marvel off of what you had. Flesh and bone. He only took one rib out of you. How did he end up being bones? All right? All right? He formed you from the dirt. He only took one of your bones, and he took her somewhere with that one bone. Bones of my bones. How did it become bones of your bones? Roman Catholic, this sister will shoot you up and shoot you down. I'm born of the Spirit of the Most High. No one would ever question that. They'll walk a little, we got truth, we spirit and truth, we got righteous. Baby, if you knew what righteous was, you will know your destiny right here and now. But because people don't know what righteous is, they thinking they in line. Right now, today, you won't get no teacher on this devil platform of the world nor of the spirit that would show up and show out and tell you about righteous. Born of the serpent seed, born of the woman seed. None of this they don't know. I read again where he's in Revelation 10 telling one of the angels, wait a minute. No, he wasn't telling the angel, he was telling John, wait a minute. We ain't in no time no more. Didn't I tell y'all that? I said, but Father, I've been telling these people. He said, Deborah, it don't matter. I've been telling them before you even tell them anything. I've been telling them, Deborah. They didn't hear me. They ain't gonna hear you. How many times have I told you that? I said, you show right, Father, y'all. And I'm a living prophetess, not a dead one. And I can't get nothing through it. I mean, you ask questions, it's like blank. Right now, in this minutes of this hour, we should be spilling our spirit and truth. That's like the rich man. And that's what I try to tell y'all about people that have even a little, who think they got a lot. They so caught up in their stank, they ain't looking for no righteous. They just looking for a way to pretend that they live in righteous, just like the rich man. But let y'all pull up. He brings Sister Deborah up on them and try them by what they have. Oh no, I'm off. I ain't joining no more. I'm not on there no more, but I love it. Because only the strong in the spirit stand. Who I ain't get, Sister, you know what? Sister Deborah ain't got nothing to lose since y'all found me. We really think we choose him. That's how sick we are. We think we make ourselves who we are in him. We don't understand heavens had chosen his before the foundation of the world. Wait a minute, Adam, I ain't finished with you. I'm not done with you. You was talking flesh before the Satan even tempt anything or anybody. And matter of fact, Adam, since she was bone of your bones, now if you would have said bone of my rib or bone of my bone, I get it. You said bones. Who put that in there? Who put that lie in there? Flesh of my flesh. Who put that in there? Who put that in there? All right. Somebody who that y'all will send somebody like me, born of the spirit, speaking spirit and truth, rightly dividing the lies of Satan from the truth of Yah, which is spirit and truth. He gets up there, and guess what? Both of them born out of Satan. They were born. That's their whole idea. That's how they came here, y'all. You see, he wanted you to know that I had them perfect, y'all, but they went where their true father was. You want to know why they passed up the tree of life and the other trees? You want me to tell y'all why? Because they were looking for their daddy. They were looking for their father. And what did y'all do? Brought them into one unity as one. Come on, let me show you. There it is. Go where you want to go. Matter of fact, Adam, I like to know, why has it become not good because woman wasn't there? Huh? Why did it come? He placed you there. Why did it become not good for woman to be alone? I mean, for man to be alone. He's sending a message to every man today. You see? And not good because there is you need a helpmeet in a way to meet your desire and fulfill your. No, baby. Y'all about to meet the will of the Father to start this here. journey to Rome. Praise the mighty Yah. They met the will of my Father. Because I said to the Father, and I know I shouldn't do this, y'all. I know I should do this, but he told me at 18, he said, look, from now on, I'm going to teach you. Because you ask too many questions, man cannot answer. I thought that was the funniest thing. I laughed. I've been down and I came up. I was laughing because I heard it just as clear as I can hear myself saying it today. Because I came here wanting to know and understand truth. That's my Father. Why would I want to understand Satan and what he's doing? Why do I want to be molded by him and taught by him? Why? I'm born of the Spirit. I'm that seed of that woman that has an intimacy between Satan and the woman's seed. I'm not born for the darkness. I'm born for the light. So why would I get on this devil platform, which is of the darkness, and give you more darkness? If I can't give you light, I ain't going to be right. So all this old trash that's going on is out of the Eve going to pull up. He said we are not to touch. When he tell you that? See, y'all keep you informed when you as dumb as a doorknob. He'll keep you informed. So you'll know that, see, you in there. You know now. See, that's why he keep teaching me. Showing me, see, it's more to it than that. You're going to live and die and ain't going to know nothing but a certain percentage. But at least you'll know more than they know. And I give him glory and praise for that because I don't have to get on this devil platform and teach you the devil ways. If I can't teach you spirit and truth, I am not going to park my tail on this devil platform giving you something to get subscribers and likes. What for? Sell myself for what? Now, we're going to go into something that threw me all the way off today, y'all. It threw me off because I went into a study and found myself somewhere in left field. And we're going to go to start, and we got to start first in, you know what? Oh, no. We're going to Job. Job chapter 1. Chapter 1 of Job. Let's go. Devil ain't finna get no more thunder. Okay? Every chance I get, I'm going to give y'all what the spirit of the Most High Yah has given me. And guess what? He said, all I need is one. He said, when there's two or more joined. But what is that? I'm going to be in the midst of the two. He just let you know, I don't need 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. So that's why I try to tell y'all, even if I have just that one that understand, that's all y'all say. Because he'll be in the midst of teaching you and I, and everybody else can fly. And this life is, we ain't got no life. But what we live in, we need to live it to praise and honor and put him on the pedestal. Not all this trash on these devil platform. And not all this flesh on this devil platform. If you know what flesh smell like after 3 days, you'll wonder why did you follow it. It stank. A stank that you couldn't even handle to stand by in 2 or 3 days. Just imagine. That's what you follow. Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now, this is what threw me off. I was like, okay, Father, y'all, wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all, something going on here. And then it switched my whole study, y'all. Watch this here. In Job, the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now, listen to this. Now, there was a day when the sons of Yah to present themselves before Yah. When do people get off? And I sat there and see it on Google, but what I realized is what the Father shared with me. He said they lied on him from the beginning all the way to the end. That's why he said it's going to be like the days of Noah and the days of Solomon and Gomorrah. They're going to be doing wrong but lying on him. That's deep. And you know what's beautiful about it? Them lying on him, it's okay. He ain't going to lie on them where he said he got them written at in the book. He ain't lying on them where he said he's sending them to the lake of fire. He ain't lying. He's telling the truth. See? So you think he up in heaven or down any and everywhere worried about it? No, that's why he tell me, Deborah, come on now. Come on back into your lane. Stay in your lane. We got this. I got this, and we got it because we won in this. You see? Now listen to this. In Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of Yah came to present themselves before Yah, and Satan came also among them. Among them. It doesn't tell you that Satan's and his demons came among. Satan came. The sons of Yah are angels in human body that represent Yah. When Yah called Satan his son, when Yah called demons his son, when Yah called the angels his son. Furthermore, it's no such thing in the biblical, in the book of instructions and direction that tells you that they fallen angels. But the world insists on lying on my Father all the way to the end. That's why he said it's going to be like the days of Noah, all the way to the end. Lying. He said every imagination was wicked and evil. Continually. That's what today is. Lying. And people riding the line like it's a white stallion. It's sad. I see men buffing and toughing and pride and boasting on overfeeding animals, especially dogs, just to see they muscle bound. That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. You are spilling all your funds and your money. Ain't taking care of your kids, but you find time to build and breed animals to make them look like abnormal. But then you talk about the heathens that got all these animals and all this cloning and all these bringing all these cells together with all these different animals and doing these things that they doing in the science, and you ain't no different than they are. Matter of fact, them are identical. I sit back and think about the Father constantly telling me, you knew, Deborah, that the world was out of what do you say? Out of order and out of what do you say? Not crooked. He said out of order, and he said out of something. Another word is in there. It's in this instruction book. And he said, you knew it when you see flesh treating the flesh of animals. I call them a blood liquor. They turned around and put those blood liquors in their house. They turned around and make their working labor money provide for animals that don't belong nowhere outside of the creation place they were created. They do not belong where human reside. But because it was given to them to do as they please, this is showing you it's off course. That's the word I think he said. It's off course. It's out of line. It's out of order. Now they got them sleeping with them. And Deborah already knew that if they bring them in the house. Now I learned this about 20 years ago. If they bring them in the house, they're going to bring them somewhere else. Because they want to bring them in a level where they can feel that they're human. So they can meet their flesh desires all over the world. Y'all might think that these animals in these beds and these people buffing these dogs and these people they got dental, they got medical care, they clip, they nail, they pause, and didn't even know if you put them on concrete, if you put them where they need to be, earth would take care of them. Ain't that sad? Do you know if you get a German Shepherd today, you get a German Shepherd at a puppy, and you raise that puppy up to be an adult German Shepherd, and say, for instance, you had him for 10 years. If something happened to you and your family come and look for you and they want to do a well check to see if you're okay, that darn dog would never, even if you back in the backyard, in the garage, he'll never be able to find you. Why? Because you have destroyed his natural instinct by allowing him to live in the house among the chemicals in which you breathe. Mopping the floor, vacuum the floor. the carpet. This dog is only smelling the inside of a house. He don't know how to use his instinct in which he was created to do. Because a German Shepherd, if you had him 10 years, if they tell you to go get him, go find and call you by your name, he should be able to sniff your tail out if you in the garage. These throwing dogs, they can't do nothing for you. Let somebody come in your house. Can't do nothing for you. What today is, they made these animals, and y'all do not like it, y'all. I don't care what kind of dog you got. He don't like you making flesh of animals to represent to you like a human. People out on the streets, you won't even give them 50 cents. But you sitting here, got medical care, dental, dog got his own room and got clothes. And you see how sick that is? You see how sick the minds are? They gone, y'all. It's been gone, the father said. This 20 years ago, he was telling me that. And he told me, don't estimate that these animals is in this house for no reason. He said, you go back to Leviticus 18. What did I tell them, the women? And I told them men, leave them animals alone. They belong outside. See, but if they outside, they can't get to them like they want. They can't bring them and humanize them, so it makes it okay. If you living with me, come on now. You can start. Now I want you can sleep in my bed now. But I got to bath you. I got to make sure you smell good. All this has to do with a lot of pervert things, y'all. Wicked and evil thing at its highest. So you go on and think it's okay to have animals in your house trying to treat them like human. But I have a pit bull. His name is Ice. Ice is what you call, you know how a person would say, what do they call these men? Alpha. Ice is strictly alpha if you had to say human. He's an alpha male. Ice don't care what you say. Ice ain't gonna do what Ice don't want to do. You see? Ice is a good dog. But Ice has this, and the more I have this dog, I think of who his father was. I say it's impossible. Whoever breed this bad boy, they breed him good. And when I say good, they breed him like his father. His father was given all kind of meat, all kind of things that has no connection to dog food and anything. And that's what these you got these Negro men breeding all these dogs. They walk it strictly in all darkness. I'm gonna call it out like it is. Because no one in their right mind would go breed animals like that just to look at their body and marvel off of it. To me, something wrong with that. See the things, the mindset. And if they're looking at them, and I sit back and you know how you on YouTube, you just going through, or even going through your phone, you see all these muscle-bound dogs. They stomach all the way to the ground, but they looking at the ideal of how the muscles and everything these dogs have in it. And guess what they did? They bought them food. Food that they don't even feed their own children. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see all of that. But guess what? You and your dog's going to be left right here. What's about to happen to United Snakes? You're going to be right here with them. Good luck with your dogs. Because they're going to show you, they ain't going to protect you. They ain't going to be there for you. I know it. You feed them all kind of things to think that they're going to protect you, and you train them to protect you. And, oh, don't you do this. You know what? Try one of them. Let me explain something to y'all. Try pulling up with them dogs. Say, for instance, you got 15 pit bulls. You done train them to fight. See if they can fight that firepower these young men got in possession. Now one of them dogs will live alive. That's just showing you their minds are gone. Their minds are gone. Everything that's not righteous and dark and evil, everybody plays on that. They enjoy that. You see, Ice, hey, when I give him food, it's like, I don't need you to stand here and watch me eat. I can eat without you looking. I tell you what, you keep on looking at that bowl, I'm going to go on over here. He won't eat. He don't believe that I should stand there and see him eat nothing. You take your tail somewhere and sit down and let me eat. That's how this dog is. You come there giving him something, okay, that's out of a dog bag or a dog can. He'll look at you. You waste your money, woman. And he will not eat it. 2 days pass, 3 days pass, 4 days pass, that stuff's still sitting there. 5 days pass, that stuff's still sitting there. That dog will drink water just to prove his point. The other day, I came to the fence. And another thing, this dog was muscle bound without me even giving him this stuff that everybody's giving these dogs to get a muscle. I said, this dog came from a different daddy. This dog came from a daddy that was breeded like this, because the way he moved and how fast he is, let me tell you what he did. I went out to the front door to go to the side, and I walked through there, and he was just sitting there looking like art, way back toward the garage. Do you know what this dog did? When he saw me, that dog leaped and came up like a real pit bull. He thought that was somebody at that fence. Oh, man. I had to look at him. He froze. He said, oh, shoot, mama, don't do me like that. And he went into that mode. Oh, you my mama. You see what I'm saying? But the way he came at that gate, I'm like, I don't know this dog. I'm telling you, I don't know who he is. Because he was sitting there, he didn't see me seeing him. He was sitting down, he loved the sun, just all like this here, y'all. When he heard that wolf, it was like muscles came up, everything. And he just mouth just said, I was like, oh my God, eyes. And he was like, oh, mama, that's you. And he put them ears down and, oh, shoot, that's mama. I can't be doing that. I'm just showing you. I don't believe this dog should be treated like a human. I don't feed him like he's a human. I like the dog because he respects me, y'all. He really respects me. And I don't think he respects me because I feed him. He respects me because he know my spirit. I'm real good with animals. I think I'm the type of person that can train some dogs. I really believe I can train some of the worstest dogs because I train them with my spirit, not with my flesh. I learned to look them in their eyes to try to grasp their thoughts. You see what I'm saying? And I sit there and I'm not afraid of them, and I let them know. I used to look at me like he's a pit bull, and all of a sudden I can't look no more, mama. You scared me. You know what I'm saying? Because I give him that eye-to-eye contact, and what did I tell you to do? He knows already that I'm not going to bag down. Okay? So I think this dog got another side to him. Oh, yes, I think he do. Because when I went past that fence and saw what I saw, the way he came across that yard that fast, and he was like, whoosh, and all the muscles just came out of nowhere. And that mouth, that big old mouth here, and the sound of it. You would never have thought a dog that side had a loud voice like that. He scared me, child. Yes, he did. He scared me. He didn't know he did, but he did. He scared me. Just to hear that sound. It wasn't his size ain't got no business even sounding like that, barking like that loud. But hey, he did. And when he saw that it was me, he kind of oh, mama, that was you. Oh, and trying to let me know I'm sorry. You caught me off guard. That's how he act. Oh, mama, that's you. You caught me off guard. Because I'm like saying, how did you get from here to here within seconds? And all that body just came up off the ground like somebody is about to war with him. I'm like, where is that dog getting at? They keep telling me, you better watch yourself. You thinking that it's innocent dog. Because when I went to the vet, they had to put him down. The dog said, I don't care who you are and how long you've been with dogs. Don't you come up on me. I said, ice, cut it out. And I'm thinking, oh, I can calm him down. Oh, ice. Oh, he's so sweet. He's so good. Oh, baby, let me tell you something. They try to come up on ice, giving them the benefit of that. I'm nice, but don't you come up on me. I don't care if mama here. Then he looked at me like, mama, you better tell him. I said, Ice, I don't know you like this. What's wrong, baby? You should be like that. He's a good dog. Oh, he did. And I said, come on, come up on me if you want to. You're going to find out something different. They said, I tell you what, here, take these pills. Next time he come, he's going to be out. Took the pills, brought him back. Dog still said, no, dead or alive. Hey, you ain't coming near me. He still wouldn't. They still couldn't do anything with him because he's still letting them know, no, I don't care if I'm with her. She looked like a little old lady. But I ain't no little old dog. Don't come near me. I don't care if you do deal with dogs. I don't care about all that. How you know how to talk to them. I don't know you. You don't know me. Don't you roll up on me. And all of a sudden, they try to put a muzzle on him. That dog took that muzzle off. They said, that's it. We're going to have to put him down. They put him down because you can't do nothing with him. And he ain't going to let nobody come up on him. He ain't going to let him come up on him. So let me get back to Job. Okay, let me get there now. I think we got time. In Job, there's a very powerful message right here. In the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now, there was a day when the sons of Yah came to present themselves before Yah. Where in this book, you're going to find the children of Yah and the sons of Yah being Satan's children. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Every scripture in this book would tell you the sons of Yah are Yah. Why would he call him his sons? If you want to go to Enoch and all them books, when they talk about the wicked and evil, they are who? The children of Satan. The children of Satan. The sons of Satan. So why is it we were going to this King James book, see all these sons of Yah, children of Yah, and we call them fallen angels, Satan's angels? Stupid. Because they have, and guess what, you all? They put it on Google everywhere. They took, I'm going to show you something what they did. They took Genesis 6 and they lied. Genesis 6 about the days of Noah, they lied. They switched it. A whole lot of stuff they switched in there. Because the Father told me, Deborah, all you have to do is read the first verse. That's who this is about. That's why you don't see woman in there. This is telling you what it's about. Then you go down to verse 2. It's telling you how do it, the Genesis 6, you know what he told me? Because the flesh of men hiding the truth of why the world ended the days of Noah. And they did an excellent job. Them Roman Catholics smeared that mess up, and then all these religious churches and synagogue and temples and academy, he said they supported the lie. That's why the lie lived so long and so powerful, because when the Roman Catholics started smearing it, it was it never wanting man to be blamed for nothing. That's why I say when you go into Genesis, y'all said, no. You got to get in that thing deep. You saw what Adam was saying. Oh, he showed me all kinds of things. He said, why do you think I said, oh, it is not good for man to be alone? Although they make up their little saying, I don't want to put them in there. Why wasn't it good? I did it. Everything. That's why he take me. You got to think. And the way he's getting me to thinking, the way he's teaching me is showing me what was smeared, what was a lie. So you get into here, and here it is, the sons of Yah. The sons of Yah is like, say, for instance, if you belong to a church, and those that are in the church are there to represent Yah. Everybody there that's not representing Yah, but those that are there, the majority of them are representing Yah. Now, who are they? They are the saints. They are there to represent Yah. Some does this, some does this, some does this, and some does this. But their calling from heaven is to represent Yah. Okay, now watch this here. And what happened? Let's go over 6. Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of Yah came to present themselves before Yah. And Satan came also among them. He came to be among them. But watch this here. Verse 7. And Yah said unto Satan, hence cometh I. So who was out of place? One. Satan. Satan was the only one out of place. He was the only one questioned. He was the only one out of place. The rest of them were the sons of Yah at the temple. They say at the temple. And if they're a place where Yah is in the midst, it had to be like a church or a temple or a synagogue, somewhere that Yah is present. Why is he present? Because his sons of Yah from heaven are there. Satan comes in the midst. And what did he say in verse 7? And Yah said unto Satan, hence cometh thou. Meaning, where are you going? Where did you come from? Where are you going? Do you all understand Satan knew already that Yah was going to ask him that? He came there for a reason. He came for a reason. He came to get the okay to do something. Watch this here. In verse 7, and Yah said unto Satan, hence thou cometh. Then Satan answered and said, and Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, has thou considered my servant Job? Have thou considered my servant Job? Have thou considered my servant Job? Do y'all know what servant is? Do y'all know what a servant is? Yeshua couldn't even pull up servant. He said, "Nah, you're not my servant. You're my friend." Because the servants are branded by the Most High Yah for His name's sake. So who was the sons? They are the members of the saints. Everybody is not the same position, even though they call to the same body. And because the church disrespected y'all all y'all life by letting you think that the pastor, which he was the fifth, I think he was the fifth administrative position called, ended up being the head call over the church. That was right there telling you it was out of order. Church always been out of order. The positions were always wrong. That's why in a church you should have a prophet or a prophetess. In a church you should have an apostle. In a church you should have a pastor. You should have an evangelist and many teachers, many ministers, many. That's the body. Got many positions. The sons of Yah were strictly that. They were sons belonging to Yah in a human body, joining together in the sanctuary, while Yah had words for them. You see what I'm saying? Satan just came in the midst because he wanted to ask the Most High a question. But instead, Yah asked him, where are you going? What are you doing up in here? Listen to what Yah said in verse 7. And Yah said unto Satan, hence cometh thou. Hence cometh thou. Where are you coming from? Why didn't he say that to the sons of Yah? Why didn't Yah say that to the sons of Yah? If the sons of Yah are fallen angels, or if the sons of Yah are sons of Satan, why didn't he say that to them? No, he didn't. He only had words for the one that was out of place. So what did he say? He says to him, unto Satan, hence cometh thou. Then who answered? Satan answered Ahiah. Yah answered Yah and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Listen to how he's giving Yah details. Why is Satan giving Yah details? Because he knows who he in the presence of. Look how he broke that thing down to Yah. What did he say? I'm going to Trump. He said, going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. You know what that tells you all out there who's wicked and evil? Why is it Satan has enough to answer Yah, and you run your tail around here, stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient, and trying to make the flesh of man think that you somebody? It don't make sense. If Satan can answer the Most High Yah and say it in a way that is understood, what are you doing in the midst of us? What does Satan say? Oh, I'm going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down in it. What is he telling him? I ain't got nobody to devour. So watch this here. Verse 8. And Ahiah said unto Satan, What about you tried? Has I considered? Have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant Job? Satan whipped that stuff out on y'all. Said, you know, I know what's up with you and Job. Not only do you have a hedge around Job, you got a hedge around his whole family. You don't think I know what's up with you and Job? Why would I even want Job? Why would I even want him? Even if you take the hedge out, why would I even go near Job? I know what Job means to you. But what Satan said, but I tell you something else. I know your right hand. You touch him with that right hand. Yeah, I get him. I'll go up on him. Touch him with that right hand. Why? Because Satan knows about God's right hand, but you don't. Y'all want around here trying to treat him like he's a wimp. He ain't got no power. He ain't got no authority. As if he's not the creator of all things. Y'all sick. If Satan can speak to him as if he owns authority, who on this earth told you somebody to submit to? Who are you on this earth that should be a head over anybody? Who on this earth said you should be a ruler? Who on this earth said you should be a king? You need to stand your tails down and get real. But you ain't going to. We in the midnight hour. It's over. It's over. So you're going to clown until it's no more clown in you. And that's because the judgment and the fire going to be on your tail. You ain't going to have time to clown. You're going to be burning in the flesh. Because what you do in the flesh, it's going to pay a penalty in these days. And that's you two women and men, children. The penalty on the earth, because lawlessness has hit, the judgment of the Most High Yah has hit, and his fire is out. It had hit the earth. So you're wandering around here trying to figure out what they do on this fire. Yah has given them the technology and the technique to be able to bring the fire from the space. And that's how they doing it. Then you go back to Revelation, he tells you about how he's going to bring the fire to burn up. See, y'all lost. Because when you finish seeing what they doing on the earth, you better check the Father out. Because the Father tell you in detail from A to Z what they doing. But no, we don't want to deal with him. We don't want to believe in something we can't see. You're right. You can see Satan, believe in him. Now, here I like how Satan was dealing with the Father. I always like how he dealt with the Father and how the Father dealt with him. I really do. Because Satan told him straight up, hey, they might not know their right hand, but I know it touched Job with that right hand and I'll get on Job. But outside of that, I don't care what heads you take off. I don't care what you do with Job. I ain't going to touch Job until you touch him with that hand. And that's what y'all did. He touched Job with his hands. So where do you go? Then we go into Job chapter 2. And in Job chapter 2, and verse 2, Job chapter 2 and verse 2, and Ahiah said unto Satan, from hence cometh thou? And Satan answered Ahiah and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 3, and Ahiah said unto Satan, has I considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, perfect and upright man, one that fears Yah, and ensureth evil, hate evil, and still he hold fast to his integrity. I like that. See there? He holds fast to his integrity. Tell me what Negro on this earth do that. Hate evil. What do that mean, y'all? He loves righteousness. You see? That brand of the Most High Yah, righteous, is in him. He hates evil. See, you got to hate wrongdoing. Not love it and say it's all well because it's in my family. Oh, no. You got to hate it. Okay? So, and Satan said in verse 4, and Satan said to the Father in verse 4, and Satan answered Ahiah and said, skin for my skin, yea, all that a man has will he give for his life. For his life. That's why that shows me that Satan is dumb as dumb can be. Like many people are. Watch this here. Verse 5. But put forth thy hand now. Listen to how Satan charging the Father. Put forth that hand now. I know it's in your hand. See, Satan knows something's going on with the right hand of the Father. He knows that's all his power. You put that power on him, I got him. Because he knows he can't touch Job without that hand being put on. And that's anything. That's the same thing with you all. You can't touch Yah or his heads without Yah touching them himself. Even Yeshua. Yeshua couldn't do nothing without the Son of Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. So what we have here, I realize in Job chapter 1 and verse 6, 1 and verse 7, that the Father, no. Job chapter 1 and verse 8, I noticed something. The Father called Job his servant. Job chapter 2 and verse 3, he called Job his servant. The Most High Yah called Job to be his servant. Let's go. Genesis chapter 26 and verse 24. I'm going to show you all that you better, now I ain't going to say you better. Be careful with your understanding. Be very careful with your understanding. Because you might not have any. Okay? In Genesis chapter 26, verse 24. In Genesis chapter 26 and verse 24. Genesis chapter 26, verse 24. I noticed something. I noticed that I am a servant of the Most High Yah. And I tell you all, how do I serve him? In the position of a prophetess. It's not a position that you can call out. You can say yes or no to. You flesh. How you gonna tell me my position in the spirit with the Most High Yah that I hold that position? How can you tell me who I am? You see? Now watch this here. In Genesis chapter 26, verse 24, it reads, And Yah appeared unto him the same night. And he said, I am the Yah of Abraham, thy father. Fear not, I am with thee. I will bless thee and multiply thy seed. He talking to Abraham. I'm going to multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake. For Abraham's sake. But that's not what we're talking about. He calls, the Father wants us to know that Abraham in Genesis chapter 26 and verse 24 was considered Yah's servant. That's a different category, y'all. That's a total different category. Y'all better watch who you dealing with and how you think that you can walk on somebody. Stick with them knuckleheads on YouTube and all these other patriots and all who done sold themselves over to the broad gate. But you better stand down coming up on Sister Deborah's page. Here he's telling us that Abraham is his servant. Wait a minute, hold on, Father. Y'all, you told Satan Job was your servant. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. But you called those that you were in the midst of, you called them your sons of Yah. Oh, wait a minute. We finna deal with the sons of Yah and Yah's servant. Different. Totally different. Different missions. But one purpose is what we was created to do. To serve and worship Yah. So for him to have his, he's going to make sure that they order on the earth does what? Serve and worship him. You see? Here go Abraham. Wait a minute, Abraham. He just told Satan that Job was his servant. Abraham was his servant too. Okay, let's go to Exodus. Exodus 34 and 5. In Exodus 34 and 5. Who he finna call again? Is he gonna call somebody else? Yeah, he finna call somebody else. In Exodus chapter 34 and verse 5. And Yah descended in the cloud and stood with him there. And no, Deborah, you can't go there. You can't go there. You went to the wrong place. Hold up. I went to the wrong verse. But I can still cut into it. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, I did write it out. I wrote it down. But where is it? Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me get it. Okay, let me just put it like this. I wrote the wrong verse down. Wait a minute, 34 and verse 5. I wrote the wrong verse down, but let me tell you who that is. In 35, in Exodus chapter 35, I just don't know which verse it is. Yah called who else? Wham! Moses, his servant. Moses was called the Father's servant. Okay? Moses was called the Father's. Oh, wait a minute. I might have it. Wait a minute. Let me try something else, y'all. Let me see if I can find that where I might have made a mistake in the chapter. But I don't know why I got 34 and verse 5. You know, it was so good to me to where I was like, Father. Nope, I got to find out where I don't know where it's at. But it's in chapter 34 of Exodus. Yah called Moses my servant. Moses was Yah's servant. Now watch this here. Deuteronomy chapter 3. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 24. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 24. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 24. Let's see what who this is. Oh, Father, show me all of those he called. Yah called his servant. Not man. Man called people to be bishops, priests, evangelists, teachers, pastors. Pastor give pastors their position. Ministers, you can't get no minister position talking about he represent Yah. Yah got to call him out first. You come secondary with the confirmation. But even if you don't give him a confirmation, Yah done gave him one in heaven. He got to stand on what Yah has called him to be, not who you say you want him to be in your group. Okay? Now, Deuteronomy chapter 3 and verse 24. Deuteronomy chapter 3 and verse 24, and it reads, O Ahiah, thou hast begun to show thy servant thy greatness, and let me see who I'm talking. Oh, I got it. Thy greatness and thy mighty hand. Oh, is it Joshua? I like that. He knew about the hand. You mean he knew about the hand? I told y'all the old, they knew about the right hand. What happened today? That everybody bypassed the power of that right hand of the Father and think that they are the right hand. They don't want to make things work. No power, but that's the power of their pride and their boasting here and teaching people to do what I say, how I say it, the way I say it, and the way I think it, the way I feel it. Baby, that's called sorcery and witchcraft. But you can go on play all day and all night. We in the end days, baby. We in the midnight hour. That means anything and everything can go. And those that's caught out there, they are out there, baby. And they don't even know. That's where you at. That's where you're going to die. And if you live to see what's about to happen, you're going to know you ain't never been a child of the Most High. Now watch this here. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 24. Here we go. Oh, yeah, thou hast begun to show thy servant thy greatness and thy mighty hand. That's what they missed in Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2. They missed the mighty hand of the Father, the power that came down to assist the Son of Man, the power that was present from the beginning in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3. All down was the power present. The word spoken and the power of who Yah is brought it forth. And they missed him all the time. Now watch this here. Now he says, for what Yah is there in heaven or in earth, yes, that can do according to thy works and according to thy might. He telling him, he praising Yah regarding his hand. All right, that's what I'm talking about. What's wrong with us? We ain't learned nothing about his right hand, which is his stretched out arm. And then when that stretched out arm on it, oh man, it is on. Go back, pull up every verse talking about that right hand and the stretched out arm. It'll blow your mind. You think you know something? You ain't never known nothing. You ain't never known nothing. Why? You denied the power therein. It was present in Genesis 1 and 2. Now, who is this here telling the Father that thou hast begun to show thy servant? That was Joshua. He was telling him, you showed your servant. He was another servant of Yah. Servant! What are you? Who do you think you are? You see, you got to fall in place somewhere. They took your sons of Yah. You don't even know nothing about sons of Yah. They run around telling you they fallen angels. They the devil. They so ignorant, they don't know. And did y'all know fallen angels is not even in this book? That was put in there by the Roman Catholics. I don't care what Enoch say. Not say either. Those books were lied and fantasized about, just as all the movies they make today. How you like them now? See, they didn't think that the same power that bees that has smeared words in here could have possibly smeared in there. Oh, they can't see that. They can't see it. They don't see the Father's right hand in the books, because if the right hand was in there, you'll know where the power is. These people in these books that these people are talking about shows and talk about them. It don't describe the power of my Father's right hand. You ain't gonna just pull up in books and think you don't know that. Only when you know that through the Ruach HaKodesh, will and shall, you know that. So let's go, y'all. Here we go. There go Joshua. He didn't claim that he is the servant of Yah. Yes, he was. Now we're going to 2 Samuel. Let's go to let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 3. We gonna come somewhere with this, y'all. Y'all might not think this is going anywhere, but it is. It's gonna bring something to you that's gonna teach you that you've been following the wrong people all the time. 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 9. And verse 9. And what is he saying? 1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 9. Therefore Eli said unto Samuel, go lay down, and it shall be, if he call thee, that thou shalt say, speak, Yah, for thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and laid down in his place. Verse 10, and Ahiah came and stood and called as at other. He called him as he have done in other times. Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel asked, speak, for thy servant heareth thee. You see that? I'm saying the same servant that Yah category Job to be to Satan. These brothers were servants too of the what? The Most High Yah. See, these were servants of the Most High Yah. And that's what I've been saying since I've been on this devil platform. A lot of you all don't understand what a servant is. I've been telling you I am a servant, but I'm called as a servant of the Most High Yah, as a prophetess. See, and that's why in Revelation chapter 10, he tell you the time, there's no more time. That means his time. I told y'all it was finished. Nobody want to go there and see what it says. It's saying there's no more time. That time that was set up according to his will is over. There's no more time. So while you thinking you gonna have time to do it this way, you gonna mold it this way, you gonna shape it this way, you gonna join over here, you gonna join over here, you gonna hear as many videos on YouTube as you possibly can. But when you finish, you're gonna die like the dead. You're gonna die more than once. You're gonna die for the grave, and you're gonna die in the lake of fire. Because that's what you walking in, that broad gate. They got you thinking this is the way. Okay, so let me just tell you, I got 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 5. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 8. Guess who that is? He called David his servant. Okay. These are those that I told you that are branded for his name's sake. I try to tell you all can't make them to be anything outside of what they were in the spirit. You cannot go mimicking David in the flesh. You want to mimic him in the spirit. Because if the spirit that was in David, it should be in you. Not go and say, well, he had 10 wives. Abraham had wives. Jacob had wives that had hell in the house and out of it. How about that? And what was the hell? Evil, wicked, going on with everything they inherited from them having wives. They gonna tell y'all that, will it? They ain't gonna teach y'all that, are they? No, they ain't gonna tell you the outcome of all that crap. They ain't gonna tell you the heartache and the wicked and all that evil and Satanism that was in them houses of Jacob, did they? Oh no, they ain't gonna tell you that, are they? See, they ain't gonna tell you stuff like that. Because these are the things they leave out so they can continue in their wicked and evil. But I like where he says, even in Isaiah chapter 20, verse 3, Isaiah was considered his servant. You see, in John, okay, and in 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 9 and 10, Samuel, prophet. Not only was he a prophet, he was a judge. He was considered Yah's servant. It is listed as these men were servants of Yah. Okay, and this is the powerful one, and it says John chapter 15, verse 15. Let's see what John is saying. So what I just gave you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, say like 9, maybe 10 of Yah's servant that's spoken in these books and called them what? Servants of the what? The Most High Yah. Okay, so when Satan came pulling up amongst the sons of Yah twice, okay, one in the first chapter of Job, verse 6 and 7, and again Job chapter 2, and I think it was 3, 4, and 5. Satan pulled up both times. Both times the Father asked him, have you tried my servant? See, he's calling them out. These are my servants. So who are they, y'all? They are the seed of the woman that came to the earth that Satan can't do nothing with, because they don't represent him. There was something put there so his could be on one side and they could be on another. Same thing with the sons of Yah. You can't put the sons of Yah over there with Satan. That's the purpose of him telling you, sons of Yah. Sons of Yah. How do they become fallen angels? Y'all done added and took away and wiped and smeared and tore out and threw away and wiped your butt with whatever verse you want to wipe it with. And out here feeding the multitude how they can go to the narrow gate. And see, let me tell y'all something. What they didn't know is you didn't have to feed them. You didn't have to lie to them. You didn't have to tell them which way the broad gate is, feeding them in not the narrow gate, but in the broad gate. You don't have to tell people how to go to the narrow gate. The narrow gate has been assigned to them before the foundation of the world. How you like them now? See how you can't rule nothing? The narrow gate has already been assigned to everyone that will find their way going in that direction. Just as the narrow gate. That's why he said very few shall find it. Don't you think he should know? I know it. You don't give him the power to know nothing but what somebody flesh tell you on this earth. You don't want to believe nothing in the spirit realm. You want to believe everything in the flesh, which is fine. That just shows you belong in the broad gate. So go there if you can find it. No, you can find it. You don't have to find it. It done found you. That's what direction you're walking in this day. It's in the broad gate. You found it, and it found you. How you like that? Okay, so here we go in John, the Gospel of John, chapter 15 and verse 15. Something is being said here, and I can't wait to get to it because it was one of the verses that I wrote down here. The Gospel of John, chapter 15 and verse 15. And what does he say? Henceforth I call you not my servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. The servant knoweth not what the Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. See, he just let them know, y'all just friends to the Lord. That's me. That's what the Son of Man was saying. Notice the Lord is Lord. Wow. He said, letting you know, I call you friends. I can't call you servants. That's for the Father. Yeshua, he know how to teach that thing. Listen to what he said. Henceforth, I call you not. Hallelujah. Orchestrated from the heavens. They come from the Lamb Book of Life. Branded with righteous belief, faith, and fear. Even Yeshua couldn't touch that. Hallelujah. And he let his disciples know who they are. You're not the servants. Listen to what he said. Ye are to him. You're not the servants. Okay, listen to this. In verse 15, John, the Gospel of John, chapter 15 and verse 15. Henceforth, I call you not servants. For the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. Servants knows not what his Lord doeth. Why? Because the servants are the most high Yah. They know what Yah is doing. Now watch this here. But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father. What is he taking you back to? The Father. All that I have heard is the Father. Now, if Yeshua is the Father, what is he trying to teach all of us? That, hey, y'all, I'm the Son of Man. Y'all need to recognize the power. It came down with the Son of Yah. Y'all been bent up, bent down, and all around and still lost in the year of 2023. Just going in a circle, believing everything somebody tell y'all. Yeshua sitting here telling y'all my friends. He's telling them now, y'all my friends, okay? And then he tells them in 15, henceforth I call you not servants, because that's not for him to do that. Yeshua's job is to be the Son of Man born of a woman. He came down with the mission of the Son of Yah, which is word, power, and spirit. He came down with the one. They become one in the mission to complete it for who? The Father. That's what he turned right back around and said. And he said, but I have called you friend for all things that I have heard. Wait a minute, Yeshua, you Yah. They say you God, you the Father. How are you the Father? And you've been telling them since the beginning of time, since you came here, you've been telling them I'm the Son of Man, born of a woman. They don't get it, just like the sons of Yah. They don't get the sons of Yah. So now I understand why they don't get the they can't get the Son of Man, because they never got the Son of Yah. They didn't get that either. So it makes a lot of sense why the broad gate is so broad, and that's where the majority is all running to, because they thinking they getting full meal deals, and it don't make any sense to try to school them. They'll come in and go out like a snake, because you say something, they say, well, I'm going to get out of there. I want my head crushed, because the moment they head crushed, guess what happened? All the knowledge of Satan is lost. And they don't want the knowledge to be lost. They want to teach and preach that same knowledge to each and every last one of you, the way Satan has allowed them to learn it. So they don't want their head crushed. They don't want spirit and truth. It'll crush their heads. They don't want the light. It'll crush their head. They like slithering in darkness and teaching the people they're in. So they are the seeds of Satan, born of the flesh. Okay, so I like what I love. I'm gonna make sure I highlight that. I like how Yeshua was telling them, henceforth I call you not servants. Only Yah can call the servants out. Woo, Father Yah. For I know that to call you, for the servant knoweth not what the Lord doeth. That means that the servants are for Yah. They are servants of Yah. The Son of Man come to what? What do he say? They know it not what the Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have done, I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. He's letting them know, y'all, if I can't call you servant. That's for the Father to do. I like that. That's beautiful. He's telling his disciples, I can't call you servers. I can only call you friend. I know. Because y'all, that's the mission of the Father. That's not the mission even of the Son of Man. And he's telling you that. So when y'all running around here half-stepping and half doing everything, thinking you know everything, you don't know nothing. These things come in spirit and truth. That's the only way it's going to come, with light and spirit and truth. Why? Because we in the midnight hour. And only thing right and tight is that which is spirit and truth. I love that. I like that. When I saw that, I thought that was good. Now, what I did, you guys, I went so deep into the sons of Yah. And guess what, y'all? Every verse which I give or take, I can't say for sure, but I give you at least 20 or more that speaks of the sons of Yah. You got to put that in the right category. Those are not fallen angels. And because the world and the Roman Catholic have me in y'all heads to believe that, that's what you believe. Just like they believe what is it? They so-called Hebrew Israelite movement and the cult Israelite movement and the camps, the academy, the church, and everything they call themselves Hebrew Israelite movement. Baby, they are so messed up from the floor up. They have no spirit and truth. And then the Father told me they only can believe a lie, Deborah. That's all they got to go on. And that do help you out a great deal. Even though I get on here informing it, because this is what's my calling, require me. Shout loud. Tell them their sin. Tell truth. So should I get back away from truth because they have believed the lie? Should I back up on truth because they believe a lie? Should I back up because I'm a student of the Ruach HaKodesh? Should I back up and back because I got the light? Come on now. Should I back up because the Father teaches me every day, throughout the day? You ain't gonna get nobody on this darn devil platform that can tell y'all that. I ain't no shame. I'm like Paul. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Why? Because it is the power of y'all. 99 billion didn't even know that. That's how powerful the power is, y'all. Paul said, I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it, and that's in Romans chapter 1, for it is the power of Yah. So when he's talking about the gospel in the end days shall be preached, that means the power of Yah is going to be seen, and then the end. So as I was seeing about the sons of Yah, I said, Father, wait a minute, hold up. These too many verses. I said, what's the sense of me going through all them verses for what? If these people only see darkness, they're going to see darkness. Light don't need to keep being shown to them. Truth don't need to keep being shown to them. What you have orchestrated before the foundation of the world is already in them. You see, it is already in them to know truth, to see the light, and to understand spirit and truth. To me, that's beautiful. That means nobody can kill, steal, or take that from you. It is embedded in you. It's to be in you through life. And they can't nobody take it from you, y'all. Can't nobody set it on fire. Nobody can kill it. Nobody can destroy it. Nobody can ruin it. They can't do nothing with it. For heavens has orchestrated it before the foundation of the world. Now I got a couple of more things I want to talk about here. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to cut into that. Maybe what time is it? Maybe later. He was telling me about Deuteronomy 28. And he gave me those verses all over again. Deuteronomy 28. It's something about Deuteronomy 28 being destroyed. And see what people don't understand. Sister Deborah being on here is not going to enlighten you. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not going to give you a lamp in the midst of darkness. Sister Deborah is doing what the Father has called her to do. Speak righteous. Give them spirit and truth. Put it so they can see it. They can hear it. And if they are of the spirit, they see it. They hear it. That's how the seed is planted. And then you begin to understand it while you continue to read it, and while you continue to let the Ruach HaKodesh teach you, you begin to understand it. Why? Because it's already in you to understand it. It is not the work of Sister Deborah that caused you to understand it. Heaven has already put you in and locked everything else out. That's why the keys were given to Peter. He said, oh no, Peter then stepped into the spiritual realm. That's what Yeshua said. Oh no, Peter, I'm flesh, born of a woman. I did not reveal that to you. Only one could have done that is the one that's way above me. My Father in heaven's praise. I love how Yeshua talked. Oh, I love how he talked. Because he gave the Father all the glory. Yeshua always turned us to the Father, but we said, no, you God. See, all the time he was here, we still missed it. But guess why? Because the division was in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. Those that was of the woman's seed would understand and would see and would hear. Those that were of the serpent seed will walk in darkness. And what does that describe? Heavens had already orchestrated everybody to go where they're going. That's why I keep saying to y'all, all this overworking, trying to get the right message on these devil platform, that's because you lost. You already lost. You see, you're already walking through the broad gate because it can't be found on the devil platform. It's found in you. And if you can't find it in you, then it's on this devil platform waiting for you to get your ticket to the broad gate. See, truth and righteousness is not hidden. And I get sick of people feeling that way and thinking that way. And it's okay. Me getting sick of it, is it going to change it? No, because heaven already orchestrated everything. See, it takes me right back as a young girl. Now, do you all understand why I say that he taught me as a young girl? Because these things are going to be with me, y'all. They're not going nowhere. I'm not going to let no flesh of no man, flesh of no woman take away what he done embedded in me. Because guess what I realized? Everything still runs back to what took place before the foundation of the world. Because everything was finished then. See? It was finished. We just walking that thing out. We just walking it out. And I sit up here and I be going through Revelation and listen to what he was saying. I said, Father, look at everything you're doing. Because I'm going to tell y'all, 2 years ago, I was telling y'all about when they had California on fire. And I kept saying to y'all, that's them elites. They done got a laser up in heaven, in space. And they can build something that they can tag in onto the houses. Because to me, I thought that was strange. How was fire crumbling those houses like that? But then you're looking at the houses all burnt up, but the trees are still standing there green. It didn't make sense. And at that moment, I went before the Father. Guess what, y'all? That was something for them to have that technology to do that. That was because I always knew this 2 years ago. Is I said China owned this country, and that must be the first place they want to come down so that the people leave it. if they all, and there's always something going on in California, the water, the earthquakes, always something. But I always think that that's the place where if China wanted to come in, that's where they would come in. But it's also show you the dumbness of Satan. If China, which they do, represents Satan, they're trying to get in to the America a way that they can build. Okay. And if they doing that on the California end, okay, what about the end that y'all gonna destroy the whole thing? He showed me things about all these people. Y'all didn't notice it. I know y'all ain't noticed it. All these migrants coming in. As long as they was putting them in the black community, these Gentiles and the heathen didn't have no problem. They had no problem. But guess what? What they didn't understand, lawlessness and the way that Satan rumbled, he don't give a rat's behind of your nationality. And that's what the Hebrew Israelites never caught on to. Satan don't give a rat's behind who you belong to. He don't give a rat's behind your nationality. Because if he cared about you, the children, you, the Jews, tell me how many trees that he hung your tail from? Set your tail on fire. See, that's what nobody don't understand. Y'all speak it, and the wicked and evil bring it forth. And it is well with the Most High God. Y'all walk around here, he told you your forefathers got you where you at, and you ain't changed no different than your forefathers. You even worse. And you're running around here in the year of 2022 still doing the same thing your forefathers did, but worse. Act like you don't see what's going on in the world. He said, no, you don't need to see it. It can be dead in your face, and you run around here, don't want to talk about it, won't say, yeah, we need to stop, won't say nothing. Just keep on rumbling in it and think, I don't see that. Where your heart is that's who you are. When you deny what is taking place because you don't want to see what I'm doing. And I'm the one doing it all. I the one have the power to give them the knowledge to put lasers up into space to make y'all be dumb enough to believe that they putting it on fire from the ground. That's what they did to Canada and other places that's now catching on fire. See, you don't get it. Now, when you see Crenshaw pulling up, Crenshaw and this European called Squirrel and her black husband, they think that they hooked on to something. Baby, you ain't hooked on to nothing. What y'all do not understand, nobody, no matter what you run your mouth to, what you saying, it ain't gonna mean a rat's behind in these midnight hours until you hear it from a prophet or a prophetess of the Most High God. I was just sitting here thinking that and put this on my Facebook because when I heard him, I was just like, no, he didn't go there, Father. These people don't grip that. They ain't gonna grip it. They ain't gonna grip it. And they got these women being sex toys for each other. It is so bad out here in the things that everybody's doing, and nobody saying anything. They will come on here and say something bad about Deborah, then to see what the world is, the chaos that the world is in. It won't say nothing about that, but then they'll say something about the one that says she's a prophet. But that's how it's supposed to be. Listen to what I heard this, and I had to kind of copy it. I'm gonna let you hear it. I had to copy it because I wanted to put it into my Facebook because I thought it was a topic that need to be kind of looked into. And I didn't need to look at it, but when I heard it, I said, you know what? I like to hear that. I want to hear it all. And when I did, I realized that this is something that everybody needs to hear, you know. But I was like, also like the Father say, what's the sense? Everybody's caught up on self. They want the will of flesh. So I'm gonna let you all hear it, so you all can hear it. And I just want you all to hear it. And it's like 4 minutes.
And this is one of those types of messages that comes out of the frustration of being burdened with truth. And you're saying, you're over here screaming one thing, and everybody they seem to be saying something else, and it's frustrating because, you know, I know how Noah felt when he's sitting there trying to tell him, look, man, it's going to rain. I'm telling y'all it's coming. And then everybody everybody else is just saying something different, and they mock you and make you look like you the fool, and you just saying what the word of God said. And so this message comes out of that frustration, having to battle the new age and the new philosophy and the new mind of people and all of the word stuff that preachers are not rebuking and correcting. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So we are in a position now to where we are apostate. And so the Lord spoke to me about this, and he said that the church never gonna turn until preachers have enough courage to herald, to declare and preach the word, and even if you go to jail, to preach the word, even if he said, unless preachers begin to release this prophetic, my people ain't gonna be ready for judgment. They're not gonna be ready for the judgment that's coming. He said, this is when God's about to judge, when God's about to judge the nation, he always raises up prophets to begin to herald and tell the people when God was about to judge Nineveh, he raised up Jonah to go down there and prophesy. God always tells his prophets to prophesy because some people will hear the prophecy and turn and repent. Are you understanding? Before God was, are y'all understanding what I'm saying? God says, I do nothing except I reveal it to the prophecy. The prophecy makes sure that he speaks what he's going to do so that people will not be caught off guard. Amen. He wants you to have an opportunity to accept or reject. And he's such a loving father that he don't owe you that. Yeah, he says, because I love you, I'm not going to just let it come upon you and overtake you. I want to warn you. And you also need to know when it comes so you know it's me. I need a prophet to stand up and say God's going to go. But see, now we have false prophets that prophesy peace and safety and prophesy the good things of God and only and the SpongeBob stuff. And so when a real prophet or a real prophetic voice stands up and says God's going to judge something, they actually call prophets haters. Because you got so many false ones that talk about the car you're going to get in the house and the come on. And how you'll give for your child your destiny. And the true prophets in the cave talking, man, I'm getting visions of destruction. Nobody wants to hear that because it's inconvenient. It's just not, it doesn't coincide with our trying to build our heaven on earth. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But those that know that I'm looking for a city that's not made with hands, we want to hear what thus said the Lord, even if it means I'm going to have to give up my comfort. Are y'all there? Go to 1 John chapter 4. 1 John chapter 4. Rebuking the wolves. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Prophecy is the mind of God spoken through his vessels. It's the mind of God or the will of God spoken through his vessels. God needs his people to hear what his will is because many times we think we know his will, but because we have received certain doctrines, these doctrines sounded good when they came in, but the fruit of those doctrines that came into the church really ended up reducing the faithfulness of the saint. So every now and then, in certain dispensations and times and seasons, God must bring a prophetic voice to tell them you have gotten off. That's like a loving father saying, look, man, you ran the red light. You missed it. So God has to do that. He comes that way first with correction, trying to correct us just to take the shepherd's staff and nudge us back on the right path. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And this is one of those.
So I heard that and I was like, oh my God. I said, Father, that's the way I always felt it for so long. And just to hear somebody say that, I said, I got the video that. So I just videoed that short piece and I put it on my Facebook so that and I uploaded it because you know what? The thing about it is that it is scary for me. And I'm going to explain to you all why I say it's scary to me. When I hear people talk like that, that's scary to me. You know why? It makes me realize that if they didn't already said that 8 years ago, 6 years ago, and I'm telling it 2 years, 4 years, then see y'all, you got all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. That's what I try to grip the fact that, okay, you got all this grace and mercy now. But when he said judgment, no more grace and mercy. You see what I'm saying? So you ain't going to be able to stand before him and think you're going to wipe up some of your smear or wipe up some of your crap. No more mercy. It's going to be the end. Why? Because heaven orchestrated where you was heading anyway. To me, what I'm saying today is letting you know you ain't got no power in your hand. Ain't no power in you. Not the power you think you have. Not the power you want to claim. Not the power you say you have. No, you don't. Because if you want to know where the real power, it's going to always rest in y'all. So don't let nobody tell you they got the power to do this. You ain't got the power to do nothing, but greater than he that's in you than he that's in the world has the real power. You got the power of your mouth running 24/24 about something you don't even know. And like I said before, I love the idea of how I can get on this YouTube and how people will come and they will slither right back out. I like that. They don't interfere with Sister Deborah. They don't go bobbing. You know why they slither out? Because the serpent trying to get the you know what out the way of the hill of Deborah, which is the steps of the Most High that he has ordered for me. They try to get out of here. Let me get off this page. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful. To me, it is. Because, only way you're going to know who you are if you see the things that Yah has warned you about and told you to come forth in spirit and truth. When that spirit and truth start coming forth, it all start piecing together. Like, you know how the transformer be all type of pieces, and when it come up, it's together. Well, that's how it is. When he's giving me stuff and he's teaching me and things are happening and I'm seeing what's happening, it's like everything coming to part. It's coming to show you. See there? It's over. It's finished. So don't bend yourself up and don't bend yourself down. It is what I already created it to be. Anything outside of that, let me tell you, let it be. So I love that about who he is in that. But when this here young man was talking, I was thinking, when he was just talking again, I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard about 3 times because I uploaded on my Facebook. Then I just showed you all. Then I heard it when I videoed. And then I said, it's 4 times because I heard it, then I videoed. I just did it for the 4 minutes and 25 seconds because what he was saying is it's a form of comforting me in the spirit. This is the spirit of comfort. And even though he's passed away, it's still coming to comfort me. That's how the Father does things. He will bring things to you to comfort you through his spirit, to let you know you thinking you're on the wrong track, don't you? And sometimes you feel you are on the wrong track, even though you know that you're not. But it's like you haven't been flesh and spirit. You know you have gotten your flesh under subjection, but yet your spirit always going to buckle up with something different. What Paul say? When I try to do right, why is it the evil is always present? And I end up doing what the evil is getting me to do than to do what is right. In that line, I try not to even give evil that much rope at all. You see? And that's why I think that the reason why he take out this time to minister to my spirit is to keep me in the wilderness. And see, the wilderness, can't nobody come up in there and say, no, he lying. No, that ain't true. This is this. No, you keep hearing the voice of Yah day and night, early midnight hour, ministering to you, telling you this, telling you that. Just like today, the guy that was with me, we learned so much together because everything I said, next thing he brought, I will say something, he'll bring 6 scriptures on top of it. I said, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Just backing up what you said. You see? And you don't have to. I told him just like this. I said, you see, we've been in this car 1 hour. Where's your Bible? He said, oh, he ain't even paying attention to what I'm talking about. I said, where's your Bible? Oh, I ain't got near. I ain't got near here. I said, do you see me with mine? I said, no. He said, no. I said, see how we speak in the word without a book. We're putting the pieces together. That's what's have to live in you. That's that rock in you that knows how to be the 10 commandments in you. To know how to chastise you from the inside out. To correct you from the inside out. This is when you give him that know-how, because you know who he is. He's the one who created all things. So you don't buckle up against him and buckle down on him. You know he got the power to do any and everything. You know he rules. When you get that mindset like that, for him, for the Most High Yah, let me tell you, he'll take you places you ain't never been and ain't gonna ever go. Nobody else ain't gonna be able to take you there. You see? So I, Sister Deborah, would say also, I'd like to have a few minutes for any questions in the live chat. You can shoot it out if you have any questions, okay? Oh, someone has a storm in the area. Yep. Was that is that something that they I heard something coming on September the 23rd, and it's a high watch day. I like that. Just go with the flow. See, one thing about Satan, on this page, he's not going to gain the power nor the authority. I spoke many things regarding spirit and truth. One thing I want to leave with you, Philip, is the power of the Most High God is greater than anything that can attack you, especially in this day and time. If you continue to play in the backyard gonna become your front yard, your gangway, across the street. If Satan continuing to attack you, it's because you are attacking him. Somewhere in your life, you're doing something to attack him. Okay? So that's why he's attacking you. Who gave you the leeway to attack him? It's the same one that gave him the leeway to attack you. You got to own that thing. A lot of it is not so much that he's attacking you, it's because you're attacking him, meaning you own his turf. Come off his turf. Come out of that lifestyle. Come out of that way of living. You own his turf. So that's why he's attacking you. He have every right to attack you if you want to rest on his territory. You want to party with him. You want to abide with him. You want to dance with him. You want to be on his turf, but yet don't want him to attack you. Get off his turf. Get out of the lifestyle. That's what's really going on. That's what's going on. No one's going to ever have the answers to bring someone out of an area that they enjoy being in. They haven't owned that thing. See, in life, you have to feel that thing. You got to feel you want to be out. You got to feel that this is not what I want to continue to do, or I don't want to continue to be about. Y'all, it's not going to send nobody. I'm going to tell all y'all, he ain't sending nobody. The best you're going to get. Every last one you on live chat, and anybody that have been on live chat with Sister Deborah, he said he ain't sending you no nothing. You got the best he told you have. Hear the word of Yah. So no matter where you go and where you seek it, get out of the backyard with Satan. The front yard and every side, the alley, the gangway, and across the street. Get out of Satan's yard. That's why he's attacking you. It's just like I was telling y'all about Ice, my pit bull. I walked across the fence. I saw that dog like I never seen him before. If it was possible, that dog could have went flying across the fence. He came with so much fierce. Mouth just went wide, and he just, I didn't even know he had that many muscles. But I saw it, and I was like, froze, the way he came after me. But when he saw it was me, that head hung down. Oh, that's mama. You see? But for a moment, he didn't care who it was. You're too close to my fence. But if you're in the fence with Ice, he gonna tear your butt up. Get out the backyard, the front yard, in the gangway, in the alley, and across the street with Satan. You in his turf. He ain't on yours. Okay? That's what I have for you. You know what I'm talking about. Why would somebody want to change the will of the Father? Why would you think that you can come on this page and think that we can change the will of the Father? I tell you what, how about this? How about this? My Father's will is going to be done. Let's see your Satan power. How about that? Pull up with Satan power and see what you can change. How about that? Change the future with Satan power. How about this? You won't be able to change Satan's power. You won't be able to use Satan's power to change my Father's will. Hold up. Just be here a little while longer. Watch what's come up on you. See if you can change that power. How about that? How about that? Ain't no power greater than the Father in heaven. Not even the power man think that they have. All right? How about that? How about that? The greatest power is the power of Ahijah's right hand that was present in the beginning. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3 all the way down. Then it pulled up in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 and said, come on with it, power. Let us make man. Where is your power of understanding? Or do you have any? Understand that. See if you can change the future with Satan power. How about that? You don't come to nobody's page wanting someone to change the future as if it's in their hand. That's the flesh of many people who have been led to the broad gate. You can't change my position, even if you tried. So stand down. Stop clowning. Go somewhere else with that. Change that future. How can one come and talk about power that they don't have, but they want you to pull up with the power to change Yah's will? Let's pull up on your power. Since you got the answer to the power of mine. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. We don't answer to you. That's the greatest power on the face of the earth. How about that? How about that? Pull up on that and change the future. Praise the Most High Yah. But they don't understand that. They don't understand they're born of the flesh. He sat there and told Satan in the beginning, he that is the serpent seed, I'm going to cut in between and put my division there. Woman seed and serpent seed. They still ain't got it. Just like they ain't got the power in Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. Genesis chapter 1. Verse 6, Genesis chapter 1, verse 9, Genesis chapter 1, verse 11. All the way down did he pull up, spoke the word, and brought forth his power. and then one of you saw it coming, and you don't see it going. But you're going to find it on the gate to destruction. And it's very broad. That means anybody want a ticket, you got it. It was given to you before the foundation of the world. You received your ticket way back then. That's why you don't have no understanding of light. You don't have no understanding of power. Y'all ain't gave nobody a power to change the future. That shows you the weak-minded of people who likes to come in and snake in and snake out. Their words don't even make any sense. But that's just showing you the weak mind of how easy it is for them to speak words of the serpent seed. Speak words of he that is born of the flesh. Speak words of those that sits in darkness. You see? Speak words who's already written in the books. See, they don't know nothing about that. They don't even know that they speaking that. Because all they know is to speak in the darkness. But pretty much every last one of y'all know can't nobody change the future. He ain't gave nobody power to change his will. How about this? Why don't they change the will? Since you got the future and you got the power, change the will. Change the will of the Father. You're gonna look silly. No, it don't. But that's for those, and that's the sad part in where we're at today. We got a lot of people that really don't know spirit and truth. They don't have no light in their hands so they can find the way in darkness. That's why you think he say, narrow is the gate, Deborah. It leads to the way. And very few, Deborah, very few, keep in mind, shall find their end. And those that's the losses, the one that's been out here lost for so long is still lost and gonna be lost, they'll be the one that try to come in and say something they just awakened to. And they don't even understand, baby, you dead sleep. And don't even know. You got your ticket to the broad gate. We in the midnight hour. We ain't got no time to play. And we ain't got no time to try Yah at what he already prophesied. Son is prophets and said, already told us where A to Z is at. And we still got those that still on A, trying to figure out B. Trying to figure the way out to B. Just put it like that. So anybody else have any questions before Sister Deborah tune in? Not tune in, tune out. But I will say to you all, don't let nobody ever tell y'all the sons of Yah is the fallen angels. And I think that's one of the most powerful words that that just powerful to me. That if he's saying in there, the sons of Yah, how do we get that screwed up with the fallen angels? Wow. But then you look for the fallen angels who can't be found nowhere outside of the books. The same one who smeared this book, then pulled all the other books and smeared them. But everybody run to him and said, oh, this is the truth. That's why you got some of them even talking about, what's it called? What's that religion called? What that man said, it's just crazy. It's a religion that Stephen, what is it? It's Steph, not really Steph. He was going along and the Father revealed something to him. That religion, what is, dang, I can't even, that keep coming to me, but I can't even. I'm going to say it before I get off here. But just like it just, everybody has their own way of seeing and thinking that, yeah, for it is written. It is written. I like that. Everybody has their one thing I could say, a lot of them have went over to the science and they live in the big time. And I think about the time we in, y'all. Have y'all ever thought about where we at today? And do we understand? Do people understand if we are in the world as lawlessness? He said his judgment has hit the earth and fire. Everything Revelation. I'm gonna run up on 14. I think we probably passed 14, but I'm just saying all the things he's doing, he's showing you he doing it. But you see the world doing it. But yet Revelation said he doing it. But you see the world doing it. Hallelujah. But they say but he said, I'm doing it. What that's saying is only he that lives in spirit and truth with the light knows what's going on in the darkness. Those that's in darkness, they can't see. They don't have no light. But did you see them? Have you heard about the science? Do you hear what they saying? Yep. And it's going to be just that. Y'all, it's not going to let it be nothing but the way that he said it, it is, and it shall be. So Sister Deborah says, praise the Most High Yah, the Creator, Yah. I know that's right. I know that's right. Sister Deborah, say, I hope you got something out of it. And the key to that servant, my servant, he's been shouting in the biblical book, my servant. My servant. But yet, he called those his sons of Yah. We have not made sense with nothing we're talking about. We ain't listening to nothing he said. So it ain't that they not listening to what he said. They can't hear him. He's not in them teaching them. They teaching themselves. Isaiah 45:7. And from the light and created, he formed the light and created darkness. There you go. But he did it for, he already told Satan, okay, yours going to be on this end, mine's going to be on this one, and mine's going to crush your head. That means your plan. And he create evil. He says these things, but they don't see that. They don't see nothing like that. I, Yah, shall do these things. Yes, he said that. But where we at today, no one pays any attention to that. But you guys, it was something else I wanted to. Okay, you seen that thing about the good old boys? I think that's what it was. I was just sitting up, and I had saw that about the good old boys and how one got this many years, one got that many years, and then here this brother pull up a part of the good old boys. They give him 22 years. As I look at that, let me tell y'all what's behind that. And you know what? This is why I say you got to be careful who you are entertaining. You really do. You got to be careful in who you're sitting up under listening to. I'm trying to find my other words that I'm supposed to talk about. I don't know if y'all heard of the good old boys. It says talked about the good old boys, those who trampled the government building. Did y'all see that black guy up in there? Think he white? They gave him 22 years, more years than anybody. He wasn't even there. He just was setting the plan up. They gave him 22 years. You know what that's all about, y'all? Let me show you the difference between me and people. I sat back and I said, Father, look at all these men covering this story. They sit here talking about the good old boys and all this. Guess what, y'all? They gave one 18 years, one 17. I think one got 14 or 13, something like that. And I said, look at these clowns. Look at them clowns. All that's about, y'all, is the president that get in. They already let him know. Soon as he get in, he's gonna write y'all out. So just follow the protocol. Follow the protocol. All this is a setup from the floor up, y'all. This is, and I say that all the time. I try to explain to people. Don't get caught up in this world, these worldly matters. A lot of this stuff is so, most of it, 99.9 of it is set up. It's set up to deceive you in your way of thinking. So you won't know how to function outside of the way of the world. And that's what people are doing. They're listening to the world tell. I can't find my piece of paper. They're listening to the world tell them, and they eating it up. It's a setup. Now, I don't know who they putting as the United Snakes of America, who they putting into the seat. I'm gonna put it like that, the hot seat. But the thing about it, whoever they put in, that individual, I believe, it's going to most likely I'm thinking because the false prophet, the Antichrist, and the beast. I believe it's the beast that's going to get shot. I got to make sure that's right. And going to recover. We know that the recovering is cloning. You see what I'm saying? See how stupid they are? Who gives them the science to clone, y'all? Wake up. The Most High, y'all. They can't clone nobody. Yah is the only one going to give them the ability to know how to do that. See, y'all, if y'all knew how those people felt about the Creator, you would know that we are clowning. We acting a fool. They know they don't have no power. They know that. But I know the Antichrist, the false prophet, and the beast, they're going to be lovers of men, males. We do know that. So you see Obama coming up in there. We know he's like that. We know Biden is like that. He's been dealing with little kids, little boys for years. Biden been messing with it, but all of them have, y'all. Clinton, all of them. They all been doing that. They all been doing that, baby. They've been doing it. And right now, because there's no law, there's lawlessness, and the judgment of Yah is on the earth, nothing is going to even be said nor done. And you know what's something that bothers me, you guys, more than anything? I sit back and listen to these heathens and Gentiles. Some of them are set up with the system, meaning they let them come on here to say what they want. They can say whatever they want about the shot, the vaccine, what the country is doing, what the elites are doing. They can talk days and days and days and years about all the negativity that's behind the wall. And won't nothing, YouTube won't bother them. They won't bother them at all. And I said, how is he sitting here talking about it? What give him the privilege to be able to talk about it? But if Sister Deborah say something, I get banned for 7 days. They are doing a lot of showing us as a people how we are gone as a people. When they had those good old boys being charged and going to jail for 18 years, 17, 14, or whatever it was, and they give the black guy that was with them, but he wasn't there. He was just a planner. They give him 22. What does that say to the world? See, we'll mess them up at any time. And nobody won't say nothing. I don't want to say nothing no way. You played in the devil's yard. Now you wobble in it. You can't get out the mud. But the mud is this. It's a setup, y'all. It's a setup. They send all those heathens because they know whoever get in there next year in president, they're going to get them out. They're going to sign them out. And they're going to walk out of jail. What I'm also seeing is they're doing a lot, and the Father in heaven is allowing it, y'all. There's nothing we can do. He's allowing it. They're doing a lot to reveal us still under a judgment of the Most High Yah. They're doing things toward us and against us as a people and getting away with it. But that's what the word says. They're going to do things and think that it is a good thing. It was okay. They're going to do things and not be held accountable. That their threat and that warning that comes out of the biblical, every Negro men and women should wake up when they hear something like that. When you piece it and in your face, showing you exactly what they're doing, and you seeing it, and then you go back to the instructions and direction, it's saying the same thing, you would think it will cause a people to say, wait a minute, y'all, we got to stand back and rethink this. They still out here killing one another, hating on one another, still doing the same thing. but want the heathens and Gentiles to see them as to be somebody. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And it ain't meant for me to get it. Because that which is in the dark is born of the flesh and is the serpent seed. You don't have to get all of what the serpent is doing. Just get what y'all want you to see about what they doing. Just get that. How about that? How about that? See, you don't have to get what they doing in a form of embracing it or looking at it to dissect it. Just get it the way Yah is giving it to you. That means He giving it to you in spirit and truth so you can see it clear for what it is. So therefore, you don't have to see it their way, in the way that they're justifying and clarifying. You'll see it. And that's what He does. He'll tell me some things and then say, okay, now go to here, here, here. You go there. I said, but Father, there it is right there. He said, Deborah, it's always been there. It's always, only one going to be able to open up your understanding to the way where you can see the light is Yah Himself. Yah Himself. Yep. Yep. How He is creator. He create all for His glory. Everything is for His glory. And He said that, and that's another thing you'll never hear nobody tell you. He said the only reason why He said that is because He knew that He was bringing His spirit to teach you all things. If He thought that man could handle teaching you all things, if that's the way He really wanted it to go, it would have been. But then He turned around and said, put His trust in no man, because He knows that when He said that, He's telling you the truth. 100. Don't put trust in flesh. That's what He's saying. See, they get it and think that's a bad thing to even teach. But He's just telling you, don't put your trust in no flesh. And do you see these women marrying these men that's sicker than sick? And they taking them out left and right. A lot of killing is going on. Yeah, his wife already knew that. I got it on someone sent it to me 3 years ago. And was that yesterday? Yesterday, I finally embraced what happened to me before Obama was elected. I was staying in McDonough, Georgia. And I was working at this dry cleaner / laundromat. And you had all these business women and men would come in, bring their suits, their business entire, and they would come in to get their stuff dry clean. And when they come in, they say, oh, we got a black president. And I used to shoot into him and said, he's a mold. He was molded and shaped for this purpose. He is not black. And furthermore, he is not who you think he is. They breed it. Kissinger said it way back when he was, he wasn't as old as he was. But he said it. We breed a man named Obama. Years before Obama came in on the scene. And I said, why ain't nobody pull that up on YouTube? Oh, not YouTube, on Google. You heard Kissinger saying it. We are preparing somebody. That's who he is. He got to be the beast. Either he the beast or the Antichrist. He got to be one or the other. I think he's the beast. Mm-hmm. It is a name of a man. I think he is. Yeah. I think he is. All right. Okay, you guys. I thank the Most High for who he is all by himself. And we let us pray for Philip. Let us pray for Philip. He's asking for prayer, but we need to pray for him. Father Yah, suffer us to come before your throne, Father Yah. Father, suffer us to come before your throne. Father Yah, we come before your throne in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Asking you to forgive us for the things we have done in life that has displeased you, that is not according to your righteous will. We come before you for ourselves before we come before someone else. Search our heart, and anything in us that does not represent you, Father, we ask you to remove, Father, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, knowing that the HaMashiach is your power, Father. We come to you, wanting you to work with us from the inside out, that we may walk upright before you, serve and worship and glorify and magnify your name, Father, y'all. We want you greater in us than anything in the world, Father. And we just want to come before your throne with repentance in our hearts. Father, we repent for the things that we have said, the things we have done, the things we have thought that did not please you, and the things that we have done in life that does not represent you, Father, y'all. We come to you just wanting you to know that we want to come before your throne. And we want you to also suffer us to bring a young man named Philip to your throne, Father, Yah. We want you to know that we don't know Philip. We don't know Philip, Father, but thou know Philip. You know Philip's going and his comings. You know Philip ups and his downs. Father, you know him, and you knew him before the foundation of the world. Let it be if it be your will. Let it be if it be your will, that you work your work in him according to your will. For thou knoweth him. Thou knoweth him before he was in his mother's womb. Thou knoweth him before he even reached the grave. Thou knew him. And for whatever reason that you send him on this journey, we ask you, let it be your will and your will only to work in him, around him, and out of him. We want you to shield and protect him according to your will, Father. Not our will, Father. We're not coming to your throne trying to tell you nothing. We're coming to your throne with repentance on our hearts. We know that we're not perfect, Father. Never will we be. But long as you let us be perfect in understanding your spirit and truth and your light, Father, we say to you, thank you, Father, Yah. So we come strong before your throne on behalf of one that desire prayer, Father. If we can't do nothing, we need to bring Philip to the throne. Father, you know that I know your power. I know who you are. I know who you was. And I know who you're going to be. And prayers go out, Father, that your will and your right hand will do what it does best for Philip. Your will only do we search in our hearts. Your way only, Father, do we desire in our heart. And we will, and we will, and we will forever give you praise and glory and honor, because it's due you in season and out of season. And we say, thank you, Most High, Yah, for all that you are and all that you will and all that you're going to be. And search our hearts as well. And anything that don't represent you, Father, be thou removed. Let that be your will and not ours. And amen and amen. All righty. All right. Okay, Philip, I ask you all to continue to pray for Philip. Okay? Keep calling his name before the Most High Yah. Keep calling his name before the Most High Yah. And Philip, understand, we cannot pull a wool over the Most High Yah's eyes. We can pull it over our own eyes, but Yah, he sees all things. He knows all things. We got to respect him enough to know that he is who he said that he is. And he's going to be who he said he's going to be. And he's not the type of power that we try. So I say unto you, be sincere within yourself, Philip, regarding the Most High Yah. Be sincere. And I guarantee you, anything you in, he will bring you out. And another thing, a lot of times, where we at today, let's say where we at today, we're being tried. And he said that. You will be tried by the fire. You will be tried by the fire. Because in the end days, his judgment is on the earth. And many are being tried by the fire. And it ain't over until it's over. He said, you came in captivity, and guess what he said? We're going to leave out in captivity. See, we thinking we just getting out when he come to get us out of here. No. He said, you're going to come in and go out. Where the deliverance come in is over on the promised land. Okay? So let's give the Most High all glory and honor and praise. And I hope each and every last one of you all receive something out of this message. And ask the Most High that he will still and continue to reign in each and every last one of us. Because when we tell y'all something that's really deep, ain't nobody greater than nobody. We in the days. Nobody is greater than nobody. We only something as one in the body of Hamashiach. That's why he put Hamashiach as the head. You say you ain't got no head, Hamashiach is the true head. Okay, so I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I hope that you did get something out of this lesson. And I like to say, shalom, one body. Yep, one body. And I don't know why nobody don't ever teach that. Yes, it is. I got a lot of stuff on that, a lot of really good stuff, but it's not what the rapture, it's not what they're teaching and what they taught. Okay, what I'm understanding, because I came into, I say about 4 different churches, okay, and it was always said something about the rapture, he's coming for what is his. You know what? Because everybody want to take on this thing that my religion got it, my group got it, oh, my, this have it, mine, this have it, mine, this have it. Only one have it is spirit and truth, and that's the ruach that rests therein. And what the Father want us to know that, while everybody calling it different names, if they sat down and realize, take out time to realize, a lot of people don't believe in that rapture, the name rapture, but it's the same thing as gathering. You see what I'm saying? And this is what confused all the denominations. Just like Genesis chapter 1 and verse 16. It confused all religions and all denominations, because they don't understand. He's talking about one thing, and they got all different beliefs out of that one verse. And the word rapture can be used as gathering. And as I looked into gathering, oh, he talks about gathering. Okay? He talks about gathering. So I think what is happening is religion is standing in the way of the rapture. You see, everybody want to say, no, that's not true. This not true. Every different religion want to set it up as there's no such thing as a rapture. But if you lock rapture in with gathering, and y'all said he's coming for what is his, then you messed up from the floor. Because it's all saying the same thing, but nobody wants to just let loose and let y'all. Everybody wants to hunt. We're going to get into it tomorrow. We'll go over that one tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go over it tomorrow and see what we come up with. But we all going to work on that one. Let us all work on that one. So everybody get y'all verses and scriptures based on what you understand or what you're reading or what the Spirit is pouring out. and we'll put them all together. And when y'all finish, guess what? Y'all gonna say, when she was saying it, people don't even understand. They all saying the same thing, but they trying to lock it under their religion. Let it go and let Yah. Because what they did is they put it to where it confused many people. They don't understand what I'm serious. I am dead serious. It is so confusing to different churches and different denominations, and it's just the religion that's caught up in it. But the truth of the whole matter, oh, he coming for what is his. Now, how can we refuse that? Do you know I don't know about the Jehovah. Yeah, Jehovah Witness even thinking, even the Jehovah Witness says he's coming for a certain people. So what's different? If he's coming for them, they thinking that he's just going to have them. They're going to be the only one left here on earth. You see what I'm saying? So everybody got their own way of this rapture. And the Father, what he was sharing, and I was on it last night for a long time. Oh, yes. And from what I'm understanding, it is so sweet, y'all. It's so simple. It's just showing you the power of Yah's right hand gathering his. His right hand gathering his. Why are they refusing the rapture? Why are so many different denominations take on this rapture in a way where they want to gain the power? It's because they are denying the power they're in, who's going to take his up out of here. That's why they lost without a cause. And guess what? He's going to take his up out of here, promised land. And then after that time, there's going to be another gathering. That's how the dead is going to be caught up. And it's going to be caught up. We all going to enter into the kingdom for judgment. The living and the dead. Everybody's not going to die. You see? They don't want that because they don't want nobody to think that they're going anywhere. It's only going to be the way they said, and they said only. So y'all, let's do that together. Let's get some closure in that tomorrow. Let's try to lean toward rapture and the definition in Greek and the definition in Hebrew, and then we look into the scripture definition itself. See, it ain't going to have in Hebrew rapture. It ain't going to have that. You see what I'm saying, y'all? So you're going to have to get the word that's causing people to get lost. That's powerful what I just said. I know y'all might not have gripped that. It's something that's causing people to be lost in their understanding of what the rapture is or what the rapture was said. It's a lot of things that were said that was not true, that was placed in there, like G-O-D. That's not, but then we can't argue with the way the United States have spoken words. Why you can't argue? Because you didn't put yourself over here. The Father put you over here. Your forefathers, their forefathers. And he told who? Abraham in the beginning. They're going to a place that they know not of, nor the language. So he told us straight up, we ain't going to ever grip their language into what they say, because they also is a place of lies. They got heathens and Gentiles here that's liars. Okay, so we're going to get into that tomorrow. They're getting really lost in it. And that's why it used to be a time where everybody would talk about it. Now nobody won't talk about it because the understanding, we're going to bust that thing up and we're going to bust that thing out tomorrow. Let's do that. So Sister Deborah, we're going to cover that topic. And I'm not just going to do it. You all going to come in too, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 5 verses. Then another one can get 5 verses. And then another one can get 5 verses. Another one can get the Hebrew, in Hebrew, rapture, or gathering in Hebrew, or gathering in Greek, or gathering in Greek or Hebrew, or just get those out so we can bring a closure to this. But I tell you what, whether it's a rapture or a gathering, I know we getting up out of here. How about that? Okay. So Sister Deborah, say unto you, I We'll see you tomorrow. Should not see you, but I will be back tomorrow. And you all have a good one. Shalom and shalom.